Today we are in Shepton Mallet in Somerset, and I'm standing in front of an iconic pottery, Cornishware. Everyone knows it, everyone loves it. I know I do. We're meeting Rebecca from the Cornishware team, and she will give us a tour and an insight into this amazing British heritage brand. So I'm here with Rebecca from Cornishware. Can you tell us more about your role and maybe a little bit of the history of Cornishware?
Sure. So Cornishware is 100 years old, but it's been on our family farm for nearly 10 years. So about 10 years ago, there were about 7 to 10 years ago, there were 5 people working here. Now we have a team of 30 people making Cornishware all here in this room alone. 100,000 mugs will be waxed a year. We're a team of 30, and now everything is made on site here in the UK. My role specifically, I kind of run the marketing side of things. And my dad is the managing director. So yeah, that's nice to have a creative role in this business. So, yeah.
You know, I must say, like, before we moved to the UK, we spent our very first ever holiday in Cornwall. Back in the day, I always thought, okay, Cornishware is from Cornwall.
Lots of people say this.
Yes, and I remember seeing the pottery. I instantly fell in love.
Yeah, the reason why it's called Cornishware is because it's Cornish clay from St Austell, always has been. So at the moment, the Cornish clay goes up to Stoke-on-Trent, and the items get cast, which I'll explain later on what that means, and then it comes down here to be decorated. But there's a big green building over there where 50% of our casting will happen in the next few weeks, so it's a big step in the business. So one day everything will be on site here. But it's a long process. It's a blood, sweat and tears.
Of course, but it will be so nice to have it all
here. Yeah, so the clay will literally just come up here and it will all make sense.
Yeah. Well, we've been loving it for ages. It's beautiful, and we'll never go out of style. Stripes are always
that's what me and my
beautiful.
dad always say, that stripes were cool 50 years ago, and I think in 50 years' time we'll still be wearing stripy tops and hopefully drinking stripy mugs. So I think with floral things, it can go in and out of fashion.
Yes.
But stripes seem to stay in there.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so this is the waxing room. We have a team of 4 waxers who paint on, you can see the wax here. I'll show you what a mug looks like.
Yeah.
So this is a cast unit. So this is a mug as it starts. It's very porous. It's quite rough texture. The mug will shrink by 20% when it goes into the kiln. So what these very skilled guys are doing are painting the wax on where we want it to stay white, if that makes sense. So when eventually this mug will be dipped in a bucket of paint, and the paint will be absorbed here. So that is obviously we couldn't put this on a wheel because if it would go round and round, the handle would be in the way of the paintbrush. So this is anything with a handle, teapot, jug, mug. This is our method using beeswax. So plates, bowls, storage jars, Christmas baubles, egg cups, everything can go on a wheel basically, unlike that room. So we have a team of 4 hand banders in here who can paint around 300 to 350 items a day each. As you can see, yellow is currently being painted. Again, this is a really, really hard skill to learn. It takes a lot of time. It's kind of 3 to 6 months before a good standard.
I can imagine.
And obviously there's no wax in this one. There's no, if you do a slight wobble, then it's difficult.
It's amazing.
We worked out the other day that it takes 25 pairs of hands to make 1 item.
Wow.
So we're still very much a handmade business.
Yes.
Also, you can see the colour is very different from the final yellow.
That's true.
Yeah, so the glaze is the stuff that makes it really shiny.
Yes.
But that obviously the glaze is not on there. That's why this very pastely colour. But I'll show you in a minute when the glaze. So you can see the glaze on there in the final kiln over there. So the colour is so different. Can you see the difference?
It is.
So that's the glaze that changes it.
That's really pastely.
Very pastely.
Yes.
And then, we'll go to dipping. So, Olivia, are you dipping? Yeah. Cool, brilliant. Come over here. So this is dipping. So once those mugs that we were talking about earlier have rested for 48 hours, I'll come over here, and Olivia, this is our blue, and the light will go on. The light is the timer. So Olivia she's dipping it, and she's got to be really careful because the paint could go right over. It's a real,
yes.
It has to get a completely straight line.
I see. That's so interesting.
And then slowly the paint will start thinning and the white stripes will ping out. Mm-hmm. The paint is quite like gloopy. You'll see in a minute. See, it's slowly changing colour.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah.
Like magic.
Yeah, it is. We did the Royal Cornwall show last year, and a little boy said, "Is that magic?" He came up to me, and I wanted to say yes, but I was like, "No, it's beeswax." Yeah, so that is dipping. Yeah. So then once that is all dipped, it all gets stacked here, it dries, and then it will be loaded onto the kiln. This is our first kiln that Cornishware used to run from this kiln alone.
Wow.
So it will get stacked there. Stacking kilns is it's hard because if you think of a Cornishware, there's loads of different heights. Obviously, energy is really expensive, so we want to do as the best possible kiln load every time. It takes around 2 to 4 hours to stack a kiln. So that will go in for about 14 hours and then come back out. And when it comes out, the colour is slightly bolder, so it's nearly getting to the point where we want it to go. Mm-hmm. And then these guys here, so after it has been dipped, they're fettling, it's called. So they're making sure there's no little orange bubbles on the white line, making sure it's completely crisp and looking lovely, basically. You can see the colours there are very pastel-y.
Yes.
But you can see the red, these items have been fired, so they're getting a little bit more bold.
Yes. But I must say, seeing all the different colours, I love them all.
Yes, yeah. And lots of our customers, some people just love the blue and they stick with the blue.
Yeah.
But some people just love having the kind of rainbow in their kitchen as well. So it depends on, so this design is 100 years old.
Okay.
And then in the 60s, a lady called Judith Onions, she really helped Cornishware on the map. You know, she really invented she helped with the cafetiere jugs and the teapots, and she really made it look very trendy and amazing, really. Mm-hmm. And actually, I was in contact with her daughter the other day because obviously we're making all these new items. It'd be really nice to have, a quote or something for her, and I wanted to do something on International Women's Day to celebrate this amazing woman who designed all these amazing products that are still going today. So,
Amazing.
So there's the straight edge. You can see on the 15-ounce straight edge here, and then on the 12-ounce, there's more of a curved edge. And this is the same with the teapot. So we've got the classic teapot, which is straight, and the Betty teapot, which is curved. So it's consistent with it. It almost kind of all adds up.
Yes.
So I'm going to put the light on, and it goes. Now I've got to make sure it's really nice and straight, can you see? Mm-hmm. And I need to wait for the light to come off, and then I lift up the mug.
That is so cool.
I've seen this a million times, but it still gets me every time. I'm like, wow. There we go. And then it goes into the water just to get rid of any residue. Mm-hmm. That. And then with these special sponges here, so you see these kind of, see the blue, then we'll just soak that. Sometimes they can be a bit stubborn.
Yeah.
So again, that's another step in the process, is another hand, so it's the 25 pairs of hands again. So there you go. That's how all the Cornishware mugs, teapots, jugs, all goes through this bucket of paint.
Amazing.
So this is the glazing barn. So before, this barn was really old. It's 400 years old, this barn. And watch your step.
Yeah.
So come on in.
Thank you.
So during COVID, during all the kind of COVID lockdowns, we redid the whole barn. So before, the roof was just not good, and now it's looking lovely. So we feel that we're restoring the brand and the buildings as well. This is Pavel, our pottery manager, who runs the show here. So the items, after they've been fired, come down on this conveyor belt here. And then you can see Peter is glazing the mug. So he'll take one of those yellow mugs, dip it in the glaze, which is the pinky white stuff that makes Cornishware shiny and dishwasher proof. Feel free to go and have a look what he's doing. So Peter will probably do about 800 items today. Yeah. So you can really see how everything is still very much handmade, and we are going against that, mass-produced. This, as you can tell, you get a feel that everything is still so handmade here.
Yes.
And actually, a lot of people think, there must be a machine at Cornishware that does all the stripes, and it's very much still a craft thing.
Makes it even more special.
Yeah. So once they're glazed, they get stacked onto a kiln. Again, that will go into the kiln for about 20 hours. And then that's normally overnight. Basically in the business, morning is production time, and then after lunch it's kiln. So this came out this morning. I'm not sure if there's a little bit of warmth in there. So then it will come out looking like this, like Cornishware basically, as we know it. So you can see all the different colours we've got on there. They've got little lids, and then so when this all comes out, we have to let it cool down, and then it will go through a quality checking process. So what's the first, what's the second, which Pavel does very well. That is kind of like a whistle-stop tour of it all, really. So you can see all the different layers, and it does take time, like deconstructing all of this and putting it into crates, what's wrong. And so sometimes you can see that, I don't know, so Pavel will take one and he will absolutely check. So this will be a first quality. We can't see any errors. But if there's like a slight little, like a pinprick in the glaze or something, that's when it goes into our seconds area in the warehouse. And 3 times a year we have big second sales, which is 30% off.
I see. I was going to ask. Okay.
So, and which is always really popular anyway, because actually so many people say, I would never spot that. But because I think we see it every single day, we're like, wow. So that is glazing. So you can see some vases over there. They are inspired by the lighthouse with sunflowers in. And so that's been one of our new items, because obviously Cornishware is a 100-year-old business, but we like to keep things fresh as well and bring in new items.
Of course. I just imagine sitting by the sea, the Cornish coast, having this vase.
With Cornish flowers in.
Yes.
This is an example of one of the glazing stations, and it's a bit messy, but it's just the way of it.
Sure.
And this is a foot wiping machine here to make sure everything is super smooth on the side. So Elliot, who normally works here, will make sure, you can see that's nice and smooth. We don't want any lumps and bumps. So that's what he'll be doing with the cereal bowl here. These are brand new spice jars coming next year, which is really exciting. Because we're 100 years old, we wanted to bring things back from the past. So Cornishware used to do spice jars.
I see.
So we're bringing it back. So these are very cute, very expensive.
They are. I love those.
They're really cute.
What I really love, on your website, I saw that, when you have breakages, which you do at home,
ceramics.
You can order a lid.
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah, of course. Because as you know, it happens. Sometimes you will drop your teapot lid, and it happens.
Yes.
And this room basically is just the quality checking room. But I really like this room because there's in that wall there is a plate that we all sign, the staff members, and then we put it in the wall saying the date is 2023, and one day hopefully that plate will be found. So it's nothing like very special about this room, but I always like the little plate in that wall.
Yes, of course, yeah.
So this is the casting unit. It is about to open. We're very excited. It's a bit more manufacturing, a bit more. So the idea in here is that the clay comes from Cornwall, and then we'll sit in these tubs up here. Can you see the two yellow big tubs? And the clay will go round and round and round. And then the clay will go through these pipes here, down this grey pipe like this, and then through these clay guns. And I'll explain here. So these are plaster of Paris molds. So I'll just put it back together for you. So the clay it'll come from here into here, and then for 90 minutes by hand they will be rolled like this. This is why it's long tables like that to be rolled. So there's a nice even, so the clay sets in properly. And then after an hour and a half, these plaster of Paris molds pop out like this. And then you can see that's one of our dreadnought jugs.
Yes.
And then the jug will be ready and then will be put onto the kiln. So these plaster of Paris molds they only actually have about 90 uses. They're quite, they're dusty, but that is kind of industry standard. That's what happens. So yeah, that's our large dreadnought, and you can see the same for our kind of small dreadnought. So that's how it starts its life. So in a few weeks' time, when this does open, you will see everything will be made on site, and it's really exciting. It's a big step. The reason why we could do this is in COVID, obviously COVID was a really awful time, but one silver lining is that Cornishware doubled in demand. It did really well. I think if people maybe would be at home and they're thinking, I need a new mug maybe. So thanks to that, we could build this building. So, hopefully in the next couple of weeks it will be open, but it's taken a long time to build. And that's our third biggest kiln as well. So that is really, really exciting.
Yes,
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad Cornishware does so well now.
Yeah, no, I think there is definitely a demand for handmade items made in the UK again, which is great. And there is definitely appreciation for craft and handmade things, which is great.
What I sometimes notice, like, we do a lot of antiquing.
Yeah, I love that.
And then we come across like TG green. Well, the Cornishware pieces, but they are quite expensive now.
I know, it's all in the back stamp. So if you ever do find any Cornishware, flip it round and have a look at the back stamp, and you can tell when it was made. And that, so a lot of people have sent messages saying, this is the back stamp. And I'm like, that's from 1930s. That'd be a lot of money. Hang on to that. So if you're ever out in the kind of flea or antique, always have a look, because they might be quite a lot of money.
I always love the rolling pin.
Well, maybe that might be coming back next year. I would so
get that.
Because we are bringing things back. So that is one of the items which I can't wait. But we're designing the molds at the moment, and it's very difficult to get it right, because obviously we want it stripy, but we don't want the stripes too big, otherwise when you roll your pastry it will be stripy pastry, and I'm not sure, maybe I'd like that, but I'm not sure everyone else would like that. So we're just trying to get that right at the moment.
Okay. That would be amazing. We just started actually getting Cornishware ourselves.
Okay. All right, so you're starting. I had the same when I first started working here. I thought, like you're not going to start collecting, try not to. And then, because I have it all at home, I was like, no, I'm going to be really good, because I know I won't be able to, I'll just keep on going. Anyway, it didn't last. I lasted a week saying that, because then I bought egg cups, and then I bought this, and then now I've had to buy a new dresser for my Cornishware. So I collect it big time at home.
So just once more, you have three times a year you have a second sale. So if you are in the area,
second sale, normally on Boxing Day, and then there's one in May time, and then one in September. That's what normally, put that on. And they're always very popular.
Now brace yourselves. We'll give it a try. He will try to paint.
Take a seat. Okay, so firstly, can you write your name here? So this is permanent, so we know when it comes out the kiln, it's your plate. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a really good bit of paint on your brush, and then the butter dish we use to get a really nice sharp edge. And I'll explain what I mean in a minute. So I'm going backwards and forwards like that. A bit more paint. It's all these rituals and techniques we have. Now that's all sharp, you're going to dunk it in like that, and then it depends on what's more comfortable for you. You hold the brush like that, not like that, like this. Yep. And then when you go in the inner stripe, just make sure to hold it at a bit of an angle like that. Yeah, so I'll hand over to you. I'll ruin it anyway. No, you won't. It'll be fine. Yes, if you press the pedal down a little bit, brilliant. It is a bit easier the faster you go. I know that sounds crazy, but it does help you. That's lovely, yeah. Roughly we do about 2 coats on each stripe, so that is a very good first stripe though. That's wonderful. Yeah. Some people find it very stressful who do this for the first time, or some people find it very calming. I think you'll find it quite calming.
It is.
Yeah. I guess, right.
I think that would be the other way around. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Is this the first season that you're doing?
Yes, and last year we did baubles, but they were double the size, and they were so popular. I think we sold about 3,000 in 18 minutes, and it crashed the website. It felt like mini Glastonbury. It was the most ridiculous thing. So this year we thought we would bring a new size, and these are really sweet. And I think they go on sale the Monday after Guy Fawkes night. So, yeah, but you can just see the difference and decorating them, because now you've had a go at decorating, you can appreciate that. So decorating them, because there's 2 coats, it's difficult. You have to flip it. It's more time consuming. And obviously having a round object in a kiln is difficult.
And I think it's so interesting to know, because, you know, I just want to share that, because, like, feeling it, it's not heavy at all, because that can be an issue. Yeah,
because you don't want it too heavy, otherwise with a tree it will drag down, but this is, they're very sweet.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yes. So, by the way, this is the big one, and it's still lightweight.
Yeah. Still, it's perfect for a tree. You won't want to get any heavier, but it still would look lovely on a tree. And then in a few weeks' time, we'll be launching this one. But they're just so sweet, aren't they? I'm going to put them back. I'm so scared to drop them.
Rebecca, we can't thank you enough.
Oh, thank you for coming.
It was amazing, and it made me love Cornishware even more, honestly. Like, I want all the colours. We need a new house.
No, it gets kind of addictive,
Yes, I hope you enjoyed this, because seeing it in person, the production process, the entire team, amazing. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this, let us know. We're in the heart of the beautiful Somerset countryside, so opposite Cornishware is this beautiful field, and there are gorgeous sheep. It doesn't get better for me. Okay, we've been home for a week, and in the meantime we ordered 2 mugs from the Cornishware shop. The thing is, I've been loving Cornishware, as I said, during the tour for such a long time that you know by now that I have the biggest passion and weakness for crockery, all things crockery. It's a real problem because, well, our house it's absolutely fine for us, but it's not a mansion, so we can't have everything. But on the other hand, I want everything, so it's a real struggle. My favorite colors are Cornish blue and Cornish red, and this is what we got. So what I want to show you is what it looks like when you order from Cornishware. I love the packaging. We got 2 Cornish red mugs. So wonderful packaging. And we needed 2 new mugs for our first tea in the morning. So they look like this. How fun. So this will be our mugs that we will use in the morning. And the funny thing is, so this morning we got the latest Country Living magazine issue, and look at the cover. Very Christmassy. And also, I mean, doesn't this go beautifully together? So these past few weeks, instead of looking at my phone in the morning while having breakfast, I just started browsing a lovely magazine or a book, even if it's just for half an hour. Honestly, I find it to be quite calming and soothing. So what I do now is I make myself a cup of tea, and I'm just browsing the latest issue of Country Living. Pure bliss. So I really hope you like this video, and it was such a highlight to film at Cornishware. I loved it so much. I still can't believe it that we got the chance to go there and share this on our channel. So let me know what you think, and let me know if you like the brand as much as I do. And honestly, thank you so much for watching. And as always, we'll see you again next time. Unfortunately, yeah, can't be here this morning because he had to go to the office. But yeah, he says hi, of course. And so take care, and we'll see you again very soon. So bye.